Hello and welcome to GameRomp Easy Mode. This is an easygoing podcast where we're going to talk about some video games and chill and, just hang out and be relaxed. I'm David and...
I'm Deanna.
Deanna, hey.
Hi.
I saw you playing something new the other day.
Yeah, maybe.
For a few days, actually, maybe.
I guess you want me to go over that first.
Well, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Okay. So, I had previously played Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, and I really enjoyed that. And obviously, you can go back to whichever episode it was of our podcast, and you can hear my take on it. Well, I had Xbox PC Pass for a little while, and I noticed that at some point they had the sequel, Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. And I think I had previously installed it, but of course I get with other things and I forget. So I checked up on it again, and I saw the alert saying, this game is going to be leaving PC Pass in 6 days. So I'm like, oh shit, I need to play this while I have the chance. And thankfully, the Turnip Boy series, as it is now, is very short games. Like, I think I might have beaten the first one in under 4 hours, or something like that, and this one was also probably under 4 or 5 hours. Okay. So thankfully, they're very short games, so it just took like 1 or 2 days for me to beat this. Not like 100% the achievements or anything, but like roll credits good enough. And there's still technically 2 days left that it's on PC Pass, but by the time this episode goes out, it's going to be gone. So I really enjoyed that, and I was looking up different things to go over in this podcast about the Turnip Boy games. And as I was looking up one of the specifics, I wanted to know if I was right in my guess or not, which I guess I was. I don't know. I saw that they're making, like, I guess you would call it like a micro game, which is saying something given how these games are pretty short to begin with. But someone called it a micro game while they work on making another full game, but this new full game is not going to be Turnip Boy based. So the micro game is like Turnip Boy Steals the Mail or something like that. Oh, okay. So it's interesting that this little series of games of Turnip Boy are basically just him committing different little crimes. Like, okay, I guess tax evasion, depending on how you want to view taxes, could be technically a really big crime that you'll get a lot of time for, but most people are like, yeah, whatever. Turnip Boy Robs a Bank is a little bit higher on that list of, like, bad crimes to do. And then the second one is, like, Steals the Mail. It's not good, obviously, and technically I think that's, like, a federal crime to mess. I mean, if you want to go with our real human world example, I'm pretty sure messing with someone's mail is a federal crime. But, like, it's not, to most people, probably, like, the biggest issue. Anyways, it's going to be, like, I guess a micro game, and it looks to be more platformer-based, like a very easy side-to-side side-scroller, whatever. Okay. But it's also interesting with every Turnip Boy game being a different little crime or whatever. It's also that each game in the series is a different type of game, whereas the first one was like, a top-down kind of like Zelda-inspired adventure game. Yeah. You're going to different worlds and stuff and getting items and whatnot. Whereas Turnip Boy Robs a Bank is more like a roguelite in that there are like new areas to explore, but you're always going back to the same bank. It's always the same bank. No matter how much you destroy the bank in one of your runs, you go back, hopefully you get all the money, but if you, like, quote-unquote die while trying to rob the bank, you'll only get, like, half the money and lose all the items that you collect. But you still get some money. So you go back to the hideout, but if you go back to the bank, everything's perfectly fine again. It's kind of like that type of thing. Yeah. And it was... I didn't know beforehand that the Turnip Boy series was a different genre of game each time. So I went into this a little confused, like, wait a second, like, I'm exploring the same place over and over again. And, like, my initial feeling was like, oh, this feels like it's going to be boring real quick. But thankfully, it didn't end up being like that. I actually did get into it as time went on, as I guess you hope you would.
Yeah.
And it was interesting just to, like, yeah, in the beginning, you're doing the same things over and over again, and it can feel kind of boring. But then you start exploring more areas. You realize, oh, wait, I don't have to just go this path. I can go this other path.
Now, are you, like, collecting weapons or something each time?
There is, yes. So you start off with the wooden sword, which I believe you had from the first game. And then you have 2 slots for weapons. And the second weapon you have access to is like a little pistol gun, which is a totally new concept in this game because you didn't have guns in the last one. You had different weapons, but not guns.
Not projectiles?
It depends on what you count as projectiles, because there was a thing where you could, I don't know if it counts. You could cause like a little vortex warp panel, like beyond fences. So I guess that could sort of kind of count. But anyways, yes, there's projectiles in the form of guns in this one. And the controls are a little bit different in this because you have guns. So you're kind of like aiming with the right control stick and then shooting with the right like trigger button, which I guess is like makes sense, but somehow it was so different for me because I usually don't play games with a controller. It was so different that like it took me probably a little longer than maybe it should have to get used to the control scheme. I don't know. Because then, like, if you're switching the weapons and you use a melee weapon, obviously you don't need to control what angle. You just hit the B button, I think, or something. I don't know. What?
Is it like a twin stick shooter where you, like, aim with the second stick the direction that you're shooting?
Yeah, so you're aiming with the right stick and you're walking around with the left stick.
Gotcha, yeah.
So it took me a little bit longer, but it's fine. I finally got used to it.
Those can be kind of awkward to play, but yeah, you get used to it.
So the game is interesting and funny because you're robbing a bank, you're going around, you can shoot enemies, obviously enemies, that are like the guards. And there's like I think it's a sweet pepper guard. That's one of the first ones you come across. But there's also just the regular snails, and I guess they have like a security suit on. And there's also the rabbits, which come from the first game. So those are kind of funny because, like, they're just snails and rabbits. Why are they trying to protect a bank? But whatever. So you can shoot them and kill them, whatever. But there's also, like, regular people in the bank, whether they're just, like, random characters going to, like, deposit at the bank or the workers or whatever. And you can, like, shake them down. So you'll, like, literally pick them up, shake them around, and they'll dump their money, and then they'll run screaming away. But you can't hurt them. Like, if you shoot their way, they have a special, like, shield on them. But it's cute. Like, yeah, fine, okay, you kill the security guards, I guess, but you can't hurt normal people. You just rob them, whatever.
You kill
no
the people who are just working there, like, part-time. Yeah,
you kill the animals, which the animals can, like, jump at you and hurt you, but they don't do anything. But the security guards are shooting at you, so you, quote-unquote, call it self-defense, whatever.
Yes, self-defense when I'm going to rob a bank.
Yeah, I know. So the story here is, like, at the end of the last game, and this is... I was almost going to try not doing spoilers, but I don't think that's really possible. So, hey, spoilers ahead for both Turnip Boy games, so turn back now if you haven't played those and you want to.
Deep lore Turnip Boy.
Yeah, I know, super serious shit, right? In the last game, you fought Mayor Onion, who turned into, like, Onion God or whatever they called him, I guess, and you took him down and whatnot. Well, when you took him down, he kind of blasted into the land and destroyed everything, basically, like the whole village, and probably beyond the village, but that's all we know is the village. Well, apparently, I don't know where Turnip Boy was when this happened. If they said in the game, I don't remember. After that destruction, I guess some of the different, like, infighting groups, because I guess there's, like, little mob groups or whatever, started having an all-out war. So all these poor NPCs that are, like, drawn adorably, because the art in this game is so fucking cute. they had an all-out war and like people suffered and it was not good. So they kind of get into lore in a silly way, but like serious too. I don't know how you want to call that. Comedic, silly, whatever.
Yeah, when like cute little Animal Crossing characters are mobsters or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. So you end up, I don't know where Turnip Boy went. He comes back, I guess, and he ends up joining, I guess it's like I forgot his name, Delaney, or he's a dill pickle, and he's a mob boss. And he runs this group, and he's like, hey, you can join me, and we can rob this bank, because it's owned by Stinky, who's like a garlic, I think. And he's a real asshole, and he owns everything, and he wants to own more, blah, 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 whatever. So you're kind of helping the mob boss. And you're just going through, you're getting as much money as you can, you take treasures whenever you find them. You can get, like, special weapons off of the security guards sometimes. It doesn't happen all too often in the beginning, but it'll grow as time goes on. And they have the weapons in this game, they can be basic, like the gun or like a sniper rifle or something, but then like there's also like the joke ones. Like I think one is a weed whacker and another is like fireworks or something. Then one is like an atomizer or something, which that one was obviously really good towards the end when you finally get it.
What does that do? Sounds like a shrink ray.
No, it just sends out like this one bolt of, I guess, atoms, whatever you want to call the little circle things. And I forget if when it hits something and kills it, it splits into more smaller ones. It's just like, it fills the whole screen, basically.
Okay.
It's pretty good. And you're going through the bank, and I guess the main point is you're trying to go after Stinky's mother lode, where he has all his money and stuff. And he's like, that doesn't exist. This is just my place or whatever. But you're going through and you're meeting all the NPCs and you're finding these new areas. And like, for some reason, one of the areas is, I think it's called like the seed lot or something. It's where a lot of the refugees from the war ended up. And it just happens to be inside the bank. Like, this bank is basically the whole fucking town. It's really weird. And there's just, like, all these tents and the refugees in there. And you can, like, rob the refugees because of course you can. And it's just, I don't know. It's wacky. I tried to write down some ideas to keep my thought process. So let's see. Yeah, so basically all the characters except for Stinky, I think he's a new character. Most of them are from the first game, and like some of the bosses you go against are actually some of the tax collectors from the first game that you kind of went against, but then they help you at the end to defeat Mayor God Onion or whatever.
Is the taxes only like local taxes?
In the first game, I think it was just because the mayor wanted to tax people to get all his stuff running. Okay. And he was a big jerk about it. Let's see, you team up with the mob boss from the last game. So in the last game, you can come out into one of the areas and find like this vat of goo, I guess you would call it, with this pickle in it, and I think a couple of his like subordinates or something. And you can talk to him, and he's like, oh yeah, if you let me out, you know, I'll reward you for it or whatever.
I forgot these things are sentient. Okay. They're just talking about like, oh, you find a pickle.
Yeah, basically. And I forget if I did eventually let him out or if I left him in there. But apparently in this game, he got out canonically, and you're working alongside him and stuff. Okay, so this, I guess I already mentioned that I'm talking about spoilers. So I put, Turnip Boy apparently has the shout power. You know how like the voice in Skyrim? Yeah. Is like, oh, you can use the shout and all this stuff. Well, in both games, Turnip Boy doesn't really talk. He just either does ... or exclamation or question marks, right? Mm-hmm. But in the first game, there's one character you come across, and he eventually just says, stop, like after you talk to her enough, because she's just so cringe. Well, turns out your voice, the fact that you said that once to her, sent her to the other side.
Killed her?
I guess. They just say the other side. They don't explain what the other side is, just she went to the other side. And sometime in the bank, you'll come across her granddaughter, and her granddaughter's fucking pissed at you. She's like, you fucking sent my grandmother to the other side. Your voice destroyed her. It, like, atomized her, whatever the hell happened. And she thinks her grandmother's dead.
Okay.
Well, another thing of this bank is if you go into the elevator shaft, every time you go into the bank anew, the elevator shaft goes to a random place. And you'll have to go to these places multiple times. There's one guy you can get access to, and, like, he's collecting, like, pet rocks. And another one where you talk to, like, this sword in a flame, and he's, like, at a club, and he's a DJ, and he makes all this music, and you collect souls for him. Like, you take one of his weapons, and I think the first one I got was the scythe. So you go around and you kill all the security guards with the scythe, and they drop little souls, and you collect the souls, and then you take a certain amount to him, and he'll give you, like, his DJ, his, like, discs or whatever.
Okay.
It's, again, fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So one of them, if you get lucky enough, the elevator shaft will take you to the other side. And she's sitting there with all her cats, and she's, like, on this throne. And she explains how, like, I guess whatever happened after you told her to stop, she gets sent to this place. But it's like she got isekai'd here.
Uh-huh.
So she's actually pretty happy because she can be, like, the boss lady there. And she's like, oh, I have all this power here, and it works out really well. And, oh, tell my granddaughter that I'm okay. And then you find out, like, her granddaughter's trying to draw art or something. So the grandmother gives you this, like, how to draw a manga book, and then you take that back to the granddaughter, and she's happy, and she's like, okay, I guess if grandma's happy, it's okay, whatever. But one of the things there in the other side is that if you go into the room that's behind her throne, it's like a little battle arena. So all the doors lock, and you have to fight all the creatures that come out, which are mostly security guards, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was like a battle of her cats.
No, her cats don't fight. You kill all the security guards in the, like, I think there's, like, 3 or 4 waves that come through. And then at the end, you get a fuck ton of money and, like, a couple of different weapons you can choose from. It's, I don't know. I don't know how many times I could say this, but it's just absolutely fucking nuts. Mm-hmm. But it's just, like, Turnip Boy, I guess, is not supposed to talk. So when he did talk, bad shit happened.
Okay.
And after she explains all this, and she continues with her Ugu language or whatever, he says something to the effect of, you really need to stop, and she just stares at him. Nothing happens yet. We'll see if anything happens and Turnip Boy steals the mail. But maybe it gets worse for her. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, if you're into crazy, silly shit, then by all means, play this. Okay, I guess 2 more little things. So it turns out Turnip's boy father, I forget if I mentioned this in the past episode. My memory sucks ass. Turnip Boy's father was a mob boss. He was a mob boss that was, like, in a different mob family than the dill pickle guy that you're working for right now. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess somewhere through the story, his Turnip Boy's dad was murdered or killed or whatever. So now you're working for the dill pickle, and throughout the story, the dill pickle starts talking more about your father and what he went through, and how, like, yeah, they were, like, warring factions or whatever, but he wouldn't have killed him. That's not how they work, and stuff like that. And it was just funny because it kind of made me think back to Promise Mascot Agency.
I was going to say, yeah.
And how, like, Pinky's dad was he wasn't the mob boss necessarily. He was, like, the right-hand man, but close enough. And it's just like, wow, both of these kings and both their dads are, like, in the mafia, and all this shit went down, and working with the other side. Well, I don't think Pinky's not working with the other side. She's working with the same family, I guess. But just similar stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, flashbacks. And it's just like, I don't know. And the game is good. You get towards the end, and you do end up finding the mother lode. And then, like, these aliens come into... Oh, no. You find the mother lode, you take all the money, whatever. You use the money that you get from there to like attach 4 rockets to the 4 corners of the bank and then to send it out into space. I don't remember why, but the dill pickle wants it in space. But then it gets up in space and these aliens attack you. So you have to like shut down the rocket so that it goes back to Earth. And it's like this whole fucking like hullabaloo, and you're going from one side to the other, and you're like, I just fucking set this up and now I gotta take it down. And then, now, the music through here is pretty good. Like, there's some tracks I'm not, like, obviously a fan of. The ending credit song to Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion was much better than this ending song, in my personal opinion. But I guess most of the music I wasn't, like, super paying attention to while playing the game. It was more just, like, background ambience and stuff, right? But as this boss music starts up, and I listen, I'm like, oh my god, is that fucking Miku Hatsune? And I think it is. Or at least a Vocaloid. But obviously, Miku is like, you can just buy the program, so obviously you can use her if you have the program. And it was just like, holy shit, it's a Miku song, this is amazing. So that was a nice little surprise at the end.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah, so other people, I looked it up, and other people were like, oh my god, is this Miku? Holy shit. And it's just, I don't know, it was funny. It's a good game, good graphics. It was funny because I was, going through the credits at the end, and the credit ending screen is really cute, and I posted it on Blue Sky. And I'm like, holy shit, this is so cute, and the moon reminds me of like Tamagotchi moon or whatever. And I'm just watching the credits roll by, and at one point, the credits say, oh, this was made in Game Maker. So I was like, yay, Game Maker. And in parentheses, it says like something to the effect of boo to, to the Unreal. No, not Unreal. What was the other one?
Unity?
Yeah, it says boo to Unity. Because I guess maybe it came out at the same time where they have that whole fuck up with Unity back in the day. I don't even remember
what the details were.
Or Unreal, I don't know, one of those. But that was cute. Oh, and another thing is maybe I'll put the little soundbite in here in post-editing or whatever, and I'll let you hear it later. When you start up the game, it goes through like the little screens of like, oh, made by so-and-so, whatever. And it comes up with a little screen that has like a little icon person for each major dev person that worked on this. And the little voice just says, oh, I like these guys. And I just thought it was really cute. Like, it's something so simple, but it was just adorable. I don't know. And yeah, it's a good game. Go play it. Go pay them for it. It's good. It's sweet. It's silly as shit. Whatever. I'd give it probably an 8 out of 10.
Oh, wow. This is the first time we've ever given something a rating like that.
Yay! First time rating. Yeah, I don't know how else to do it, but it was good.
Okay, cool. That's Turnip Boy, and he robbed a bank.
He was a little naughty, but...
Why did he rob the bank again? Like, why does he need the money?
Just because he's helping the dill pickle guy.
Oh, so the dill...
he's just like, I like money, so go steal some money, so...
Oh, okay. Sure.
Turnip Boy's just like, whatever.
I was going to say he robbed from the bank to give to the poor, but I guess not.
No, he robbed the poor to give to the mob boss, but...
Man, Turnip Boy is the villain.
Yeah, he's not super great, but he's just Turnip Boy. He's whatever.
He's a little dipshit.
Yeah, he's chaotic neutral, I guess you would say. I don't know. He's just like whatever. He does learn more about his family history, though. So also, I think there was a part where I guess his sister died in the war or something, and I guess that was the spirit I found in one section, but I never took her back to the fortune teller or whatever, so maybe I'll do that before I get rid of it. But just a silly little side quest thing, because like you meet up with the fortune teller lady, and she's like, oh, I can speak to spirits on the other side, and your sister's here in this particular area, and she's upset at you because you owe her $20, so maybe I have to take her back there and maybe give her the money. I guess we'll see what happens.
Great.
So what did you play?
Oh no.
Yeah, it's your turn.
I played. Oh jeez. Well, I finished Persona 5X, and there's a subtitle after that. I don't remember what the subtitle is, but it's the gacha free to play one. The second chapter I know you haven't played Persona 5, but basically the chapters were broken up into like each villain has their own palace and each villain has their own motivation, and you're like trying to take them down. I don't remember how many chapters there were in Persona 5, but this Persona 5X has 2 currently. So I just finished the second one, and I guess that's all that there is, because after I finished it, it's like, well, tune in next time, and they show you like a to be continued, and there was a little like next time, and it's just like a little trailer of the next story that's going to happen. So technically the story for now is done, so I can go do something else.
So you're not going to play this until the next main thing comes out?
Well, actually, I am still playing it because there's a different story that's ongoing about, like, I guess it's a tie-in with the Persona 5 characters. So it's like you're meeting them, and like the palaces from that world, or from their villains, are kind of merging with the palaces from this game's villains. And
Oh, no.
it's just an excuse to get them together. It's just fan service, but whatever. It's still fun because I like the characters. Like, I know we've been playing a lot of Persona 3 together, and like, I still think Persona 3 probably has the weakest characters, but even then, there's like some characters you're like, oh yeah, I just like seeing them interact and like seeing what they're going to do or whatever.
Yeah, it's mostly the interacting with all the social link characters.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, the one I like is the monk, because, okay, whatever, silly stuff with Buddhism. But you're with the character that, like, has a crush on the teacher. And did you like any of the other ones? I know you're mostly about the teacher kid.
I maxed out, okay, switching over to Persona 3, I'll get back to Persona 5X, but I maxed out the salesman, Tanaka.
Oh, yeah.
So he's the Devil Arcana. And he was so easy to max out because, like, it's like every time you hang out with him, your social link goes up. And for people who don't know Persona, imagine like kind of like Stardew Valley, where they have like certain events that happen when you hit different heart levels, right?
Except this one, like, the event happens with every star level.
Yeah.
And there's like, what, 9 or 10?
10.
10.
And it's a lot easier to trigger, sort of, because like, I guess in like Stardew Valley or not Animal Crossing, Harvest Moon, you have to like, oh, time to visit Kathy or whatever, and I'm going to give her a bottle of wine, and she's going to be like, ooh, I love this bottle of wine. And then you do that for like every day until she loves you.
Yeah.
It's kind of dumb. But in Persona, it's more like you hang out with them, and as you're hanging out with them, they have like, you're having a conversation. So like the monk, for example, the guy you really like, he's an old guy. I guess he's divorced, and he has some issues with like his past wife or son. We're still trying to figure out what's going on with him, but he's an old guy, and he does not like you beating around the bush. He wants you to be direct with when you're talking to him. So for example, one of the options was like something like, how are you doing with money? And one of the options was like, I have enough money. And the other option was something along the lines of, well,
I'm not suffering for money.
Yeah, like the tongue twister. And he's like, don't talk like that, just give it to me straight. And like, basically, like, you figure out what these characters like, or guess what they like, and you're having a conversation with them. And if you answer in a way that they like, you get more social points with them. And if you don't, well, then you get less, and you have to hang out with them more to get to the next level. But you're never having to give them like gifts. There are gifts items in the game.
I was just thinking that,
I don't know when they ever come up, though. I haven't had the option for it.
Yeah, because I remember one of the first packages you bought from the Sunday channel was like bouquets and chocolate.
Yeah.
Now, okay, the chocolates you could use for yourself to like gain health or something, but the bouquet doesn't have any specific thing, does it?
No, those items have a specific icon, which looks like a gift. So they must be used in some way. I just haven't figured it out. But...
Well, there is the lover's card, so I guess my first thought was that, oh, there's the lover's card, so that social link is going to be when you unlock romance, because you can date in this game, right?
I don't know. I know in 4 and in 5, yes. I don't know if that's in 3. Because 4 and 5 are different, because, okay, in 3 originally, you can't even have a social link with your buds at home. Like, you can't hang out with Junpei, for example, and get a social link with him.
But you can get a social link with the girls.
Yeah, so there must be something there with them, but for some reason you can't with the guys.
That's weird.
Even though like you have other guy friends that are part of your social links. So like Bebe, the French kid. But I don't know if there's dating. I haven't beat this game. I think something happens at the end that maybe dating wouldn't, jive with. So I won't say more than that. But in 4 and 5, you can definitely, I think there's even a Valentine's Day thing. So yes. And you pick your girl and then you have a little cutscene with her or whatever. I don't know how that works in 3.
There must be some point at the game where you can give gifts, because then why else would they give you those special items?
It might be like the special hangout days where you don't get... So, okay, yeah, you can hang out with them to get the social link up, and it'll be a story event. So you'll hear more about them, and it's fully voice acted. But sometimes when you go to hang out, your social link isn't high enough to take it to the next level yet, so you just have a normal day where you're hanging out and nothing of note happens.
Yeah, they say a couple of lines, I guess, but nothing significant.
And you just get social points so that you're, maybe next time when you hang out, something bigger will happen. There are also days on Sunday or days off when they will message you on your phone and be like, hey, do you want to go hang out today? And that's kind of like a mix where it's not a big story moment with them, but you'll go do something, they'll ask you a question, and if you answer it right, you get a bunch of social points with them. So
But that's only the younger kids, I guess. Because I don't think the monk has ever texted you, so.
I think the thing that's easy about the monk and Tanaka, they are the only two that happen at night. True. Everyone else is happening during the day, so you have to really split your attention.
Whereas at night you just have those two choices.
Yeah. So I already finished Tanaka, and the monk I think is 2 away from being done. Whereas I think I have a few of the ones. I think the old people that run the bookstore, they're almost maxed out. Yeah. And also the kid who wants to date his teacher. And I've been, if I can choose somebody, maybe I'll be bad and choose the teacher too.
Oh yeah, because of Maya.
Yeah.
So the last time we've played, the character Maya that we meet on Sundays only?
Yeah, on Sundays you can play an MMO, and that's one of the social links. You play with this girl who goes by Maya, and you just play the MMO together on Sundays. For some reason, you can only play it with her on Sunday. So I try to make an effort to do that because
hers is specific.
There's only so many Sundays in the whole year. So yeah, I don't want to miss out her. Whereas everyone else, you got 5 days a week or 6 days a week. I guess since they technically go to school on Saturday. But yeah, it turns out, same as in Persona 5, there's a teacher that is kind of into your character, which I guess is kind of weird, but also kind of hilarious. So whatever, I'm just going to see where that goes.
Yeah, that was
I had no idea.
She just blurts out oh, this... I've been feeling... Well, she's explained for a while that she's a teacher.
Yeah.
And she has, this issue with one of the administrators or something. And then one day she just blurts out, oh, I have this student in my homeroom that I really have the hots for.
Yeah.
And she just literally calls him Yuki-chan, which is, his name that we gave him. And you're Yuki-chan, and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, I came out of nowhere.
And I want there to be an ability at some point, maybe, that after one of the classes or something, you could talk to her and be like, hey, Maya. Or Maya, whatever.
Well, see, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe at the end of this, she'll be like, oh, Tatsuya, we should hang out in real life one day. Yeah. And then she sees you there and she's like, oh shit. And then you never see her again. I don't know. I just want to see what happens. So yeah, that's fun. That's the fun of Persona. And Persona 4 has a lot of good ones. Persona 5 especially has so many good characters. The gameplay is fun too, but it's the good balance of, the dungeon crawling and building your characters and the team building and also all the social stuff that makes these games so good. Now, for going back to Persona 5X, that also has these, and it's different in a way because in Persona 3, 4, and 5, the social links are all tied to tarot cards. Yeah. So the sun, the hanged man, the fool, etc.
All the arcanas or whatever.
Yeah. And that comes with the benefit of when you make a persona of that type, it gets a huge boost in levels. That's not how it works in Persona 5X, the online one. They don't
gacha shit.
They don't have arcana at all.
No.
So when you make friends with them, you get other benefits.
Friends with benefits.
but they're not usually, like, some of them are okay, I guess. Like, one of the new ones that I had just unlocked was this neighbor lady, and she's like, I think she's like 40 or 41 or 42. She's basically like my age, right?
Gasp.
Like my IRL age, not my in-character age.
Yeah, because you're always playing fucking teenagers.
Yeah. So, like, one of her things is she likes fashion, and, like, she showed you this picture of when she was young and, like, how she would dress up. And it turns out, like, she's one of the people that you can, like, get in the gacha to have in your party. And when you see her in her, like, Phantom Thief form, she's wearing the costume that is basically her younger self, which is kind of cute.
If only we could all have that costume.
She has this, she's like into fashion and stuff. So, like, when you make friends with her, she'll give you, like, new outfits to wear.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And some of them will be like, oh, this guy is good at cooking, so he'll teach you new recipes to cook, which I, like, never bother with. They'll have benefits like that, basically, and nothing to do with the arcana or boosting your persona, because the way you get personas in this game is kind of a mess. It was fun. I was having a conversation with her, the older lady, and she was telling me how she has a nephew, and she was trying to tell him about, like, oh, I'll send you what do they call it on text phone or texting? It's like an MMS message or something.
Yeah.
And the kid didn't know what that was, but because I guess they're using a different app nowadays. And she's like, don't you kids know what that is? And you can say yes or no or whatever you answered her. But then she starts talking about, like, oh, when I was your age, I actually had to call her husband. It's like, oh, when I wanted to talk to my boyfriend or whatever, I had to call their home, and, like, you never know who would pick up. So sometimes it would be his mom picking up, and I'd be embarrassed to be like, oh, is so-and-so there? I want to talk to him. And it's like, yeah, holy shit, I remember that too. And then it hit me like, yeah, I guess we are the same age. That's weird.
It is funny that even in the game, the character still has the same problem that we all had. Well, I don't know if I had that too often, but calling people and getting the parents instead of them.
Yeah. Or when my cousin or whatever would call, and somebody else would pick up and be like, David, so-and-so is on the phone. So you just go get the phone and start chatting for a bit. Or
if you only had one line but also had the internet at the same time, they'd get kicked off the internet. It's like, get the fuck off the phone.
Yeah, that came later too, because that, once the internet started coming around, and, like, I would just mostly chat with people online, I guess.
Dude, I did that with one of my friends. We literally lived next to each other. And I would hang out with her, and then we get bored of playing outside, so we're like, okay, I'll talk to you online. Okay. And then go inside, jump on AIM, and talk to each other.
Yeah. There's just something about talking to people via text that, like, it gives you a moment to breathe, I guess. Or then you're you both are doing your own thing too, so. But yeah, that was funny. Like, just reminiscing about how old we are, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I'm almost done with Persona 5X for now. I don't know when the next update comes out for the story stuff. Like, maybe I'll jump back in once that happens.
Are you going to stay a little bit just to build the social links and maybe do some more gacha pulls or something? Or you're going to be like, fuck that for now?
See, there's been an interesting bit of drama going around with this game, too, because of the gacha stuff. A lot of people are upset because they're trying to roll out the updates a little bit faster than they did in China and Korea. I think I talked about this before. But China and Korea have, like, a huge head start. They have a bunch of characters that are already out and story and stuff that's already out that we don't have now because our Persona 5X launched recently. So they're trying to, like, speed up the process so that they get to the point where they're together, right? That means some people, I guess, have less time to save up for pulls.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
And also some of the characters are being run together, I guess. But I don't... It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to, like, tell people not to be upset about it. But yeah, it's getting review bombed hard on Steam because of that kind of thing.
I mean, it makes sense that, like, oh, these other people had them more spaced out. So that, yeah, they would have more time, even if they're just free-to-play players, to save up and then pull and have a chance of it. Whereas, like, if they're trying to send all, like, I don't know, say 6 months of updates in 2 to 3 months, that gives you half the time to gain all those extra pulls.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly what they're going to do about it. If they're listening to the feedback, and maybe they'll give the US and Japanese players
Like double pulls or something.
something, but I don't personally feel like I care because like I'm just playing it for the story. There are some characters I want to pull, but like I'm not the type of person that needs to pull on every banner.
Yeah.
I've ignored all of them up until now. I mean, I've ignored all of them. I haven't pulled on any of them, so I'm just saving them up for like Makoto, which is going to drop I think the next update. And then after that, I don't know who else I'm going to save up for, but like I just want to see the story stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
And like, okay, the story this time I finally finished it was like, I don't know how much I said last time, but it was basically like that
Money, someone was trying to scam a restaurant person.
yeah, he's like this famous celebrity reviewer for like food and stuff. So he'll go to a restaurant and review, but he'll like blackmail them to be like, I'll give you good reviews if you know you
Oh
pay
yeah,
up
what
or
happened to
whatever.
the restaurant because he like stole the selling thing or the honko to use the
Yeah,
signature?
well, in Persona 5, after you steal their heart or whatever, they see clarity and they confess to their crimes. So like everything went back to the way it should be. He like did a public appearance with like the media and had like all these mics up, and he was just like bowing and crying and telling everyone he was sorry that he did all this stuff, blah blah blah, whatever. We learned a little more that there's somebody behind the scenes, maybe trying to set these people up to do this or something. So there's more intrigue happening, and I want to know what happens. Like I like the story and I like the characters enough to want to keep playing, even though like, yeah, it has gotten to the point where like my characters are like level 60, and when I do pull Makoto, I'm gonna need to buy like, or not buy, but spend like just a fucking metric ton of gems and books and perfume and incense and all this dumb gobbledygook to get her up to a playable level. So that's the thing about gacha games that I don't like. I don't really care too much about the pulls. I mean, I don't know. It's tough because like you do want to get the cool characters that you like, but there's definitely been a lot of drama, and I'm just like sitting on the sidelines, like just doing that little side eye, like that little kid in that meme.
Oh yeah.
He's got like a little cup and he's like sipping and he's just like looks side eyeing, like, whoa, there's some drama
Oh
here.
yeah, the kid who burnt his ramen cup. I think I remember.
Oh, is that who that is?
I think that's originally what the meme was. Like
Yeah.
he's doing a side eye because like he forgot to. I think the story is he forgot to put water in the ramen cup, and then he puts it in the microwave and it burnt. And he's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say the little like was it monkey puppet or something? The side eye.
I don't monkey puppet.
It's some kind of puppet. I think I don't know if it's a monkey or not. But it's just like just does the side eye like. Whoa.
There's also like between the main story events, there's also other stuff. Like I unlocked a roguelike mode where it's like you're in the subway, and the subway has a bunch of tracks you can choose to go down, and depending on where you go, you get like power-ups or events or
Oh, is that when
fights.
you're in the little car thing?
No, that's different.
Oh, okay, never mind. Because I thought that was a subway too. Don't they have tracks?
Yes, but you're not on a train, whereas in this other thing, you're like in the
Okay.
train and it stops and you get out of the train.
Gotcha.
Actually, speaking of that, yeah, that's Mementos, and I should go back and I can finish that too. Also, I can go back and finish the dungeons are massive. Like, to get through the story stuff, you probably only need to see like 30 to 40% of the dungeons. And then the rest is just like optional stuff if you want to go in and solve puzzles to get treasure chests and shit. Which would be more exciting if the treasure chest, contained more than just dust. But yeah. There's also another story mode. Oh, I already talked about this like a freaking minute ago. But yeah, the whole thing with the Persona 5 characters, and like, oh, we're in the museum again, and seeing the new characters interacting with each other. Like one of your party members in Persona 5X is like the kid who worked at the restaurants, and he's like, he really loves cooking ramen, and he's passionate about ramen, right? And then like he meets the other two characters from Persona 5, and they're like, oh, we love ramen, please cook us ramen and all this stuff, and they're just all interacting and stuff.
So it's cute.
It's very cute, yeah, I like it.
That's good.
So story-wise and character-wise, I am enjoying it, even though gameplay-wise is just like, ugh. I don't know. I just wish it was more balanced, because like when I feel like I'm balanced at the enemy's levels, then the battles can be fun. But it's kind of hard to do that in these games. Whereas when I'm playing like Persona 3, it's like it's clearly balanced. They expect you to be a certain level at certain boss fights or whatever. So yeah, Persona, it's fun. And
Yeah, I mean, I've been enjoying watching you play Persona 3. Like, I'm just there mostly for the story, because, like, clearly you enjoy the fighting, and the theory crafting, I guess, and working with the personas and, well, maybe not breeding them, but mixing them together and like, oh, what traits do they inherit and stuff.
Or even
like
just
that.
like reading them, because I don't remember all of them. Like, oh, Samael, this dragon thing. Like, okay, what is that? And what's this deal? And or that one like lady who's like, I love to eat babies, and then she meets the Buddha, and she's like, I don't eat babies anymore.
And now I'm like a patron saint of child bearing or something. It's
The
like,
Buddha's
oh, okay.
like, you can trust her with your baby now. And she's just like still like got like baby bits on her lip.
Oh my god. I guess it's just the idea like, oh, she did this horrendous thing, but the Buddha fixed her so much that now she is like the ultimate caretaker or some shit.
And like we were watching a random YouTube video about like the angels, right? And like the different classes of the angels, and like slowly working my way up that ladder in Persona. I'm up to the I already did the virtues before. What was the one I just unlocked?
Oh, is it the one that starts with the P?
Principality?
Principality, yeah. The ones that take care of countries.
That one's further down. I already did that one.
When do you get the biblically accurate angels?
I think thrones are going to be the next one, and those are the ones with the weird wheels.
Those are the fun ones.
But
that, and you like somewhat unlocked Beelzebub, but not really.
Yeah, I unlocked the ability to fuse Beelzebub.
I'm gonna go with Beelzebub, whatever.
Beelzebub.
Oh Jesus.
But you still need the right level and personas to fuse to make him.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know
it's
what
like
that is yet. Half. I haven't seen them, but yeah, there's a bunch of personas still to unlock. Like I'm like at level 41, 42, and I've seen like some personas that are like level 69 or higher, and it's like, well, I got a long way to go.
Yeah, that's gonna be fucking nuts.
So yeah, I guess that's all I really have to say about Persona. I mean, I'll be excited to play Persona 4, the remake, when that comes out. It's been so long, so I still know like the main beats of the story, but just like all the character stuff again would be fun. See what they do with the dungeons. Anything else?
I mean, I have the tiniest little bit of drama.
Oh,
I saw that. Okay, so in the little online gaming community I'm a part of, a lot of them have been posting pictures about it. It shows like this little room, and everyone has like different Pokemon plushies that they have in this little room. And I think it's literally just Pokemon plushies. Okay. I guess there's like a bed or side table or something, but...
And this is a mobile game?
I checked it. It's on the Google Play Store. I'm assuming it's also on the iPhone Store or whatever. It might also just be on like the Switch or the Switch 2. Now, the game is like a micro game, as in just having the free version, you can play one puzzle a day.
Okay.
You play the puzzle, and I don't know if that gives you the plushie for that day or what have you, but I guess you can collect the plushies. Now, they were enjoying, in the group, they were enjoying playing this little puzzle game once a day or what have you. But I checked on the Play Store just out of curiosity, and it has a 1.6 rating.
Huh.
People are, I guess you would call, review bombing it, because apparently, yes, you can play one puzzle a day, but I guess if you buy the macro transaction of, I guess, $10 or something, then you can unlock, I don't know if it's unlimited puzzles per day to collect whatever you want, or if it's just more of them, and then there's like something about a DLC.
Is that a one-time payment?
I think it's a one-time payment, but it's like, it's the $10, and then there's like, yeah, the DLC, whatever, how much that was. I think I saw the number like 23 being pushed around or something. Like, it's really expensive, I guess, if you don't want to keep it free. And people are just like, holy shit, just like, why is this so expensive? Why can we only do once a day? And that kind of thing. So it's not microtransactions, it's macro transactions.
You know, I always figured that would be better. Like, oh, you're playing this mobile game, like Battle Cats, for example, right? It's like, I'd rather just pay $10 and have everything accessible without the gacha shit or the free-to-play stuff.
I mean, it's all going to depend on how you view these types of games, so...
Yeah, clearly I am not on the same wavelength with a lot of these people.
Yeah, I don't really feel the need to collect Pokemon plushies in a fake room, so whatever.
One puzzle a day. What kind of puzzle?
I don't know. I guess they have different types. Like, one of them had a Mr. Mime... what's that game show where, like, oh, the people have to position their body to get through the square or something?
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of like that, except it's not Mr. Mime's like behind the square, and you just pick, which wall can this shape pass through or something. And I guess that's the puzzle. So you just pick one and boom, the other, you're done, I guess. I don't know. I just looked at a couple of the pictures. I saw the reviews of 1.6, and I'm like, I'm not bothering.
Oh, weird. Some people just, they want to, I guess they don't want the company to tell you, like, oh, you can only play this once a day. Mm. Or, like, you only have, like, 60 energy to do whatever you need to do in a day. Mm. The same for, like, the Persona games. Like, oh, you got 260 energy, so that limits how much growth you have per day. And I don't know, I guess I'm of two minds of that, because that creates that FOMO of, like, oh, I better log in every day to use my energy or use my one puzzle. But on the other hand, it's also like, well, I'm done. I don't have to keep playing this. I can go do something else.
Yeah.
Whereas with like Persona 3, it's like, oh, I gotta stop. Oh, I can keep playing this forever, but I should stop here. Like yesterday, I got to like the full moon night, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna stop now, so I can play this with Deanna later. Because I think you fell asleep.
Yeah.
But that's kind of nice too, to fall asleep with stuff like that. Or, YouTube or whatever. Or this podcast. Maybe you fell asleep too. That'd be cool.
I hope you're having good dreams.
And I guess with that, maybe we should go.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So that's good for this week. We hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. And if you have any comments or want
concerns.
Concerns of how we're doing
Complaints.
this, I don't know. Oh, no. Now we're going to only get complaints.
You need to talk to the manager.
We're both the manager. Anyways, feel free to talk to us on social media if you want. Leave us a review. If you do, that would be super cool and helpful. Recommend us to other people. I don't know, whatever.
All that jazzy stuff.
We hope you have a good day, and we love you, and be good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Resist the feeling, we can fight up in the twilight stars. Stinky, I see the glowing clear.